welcome back to my channel and my playthrough of the Eldritch horror and the Dreamlands expansion. We are going to do turn 9, I think it is now, and first of all I have to make some adjustments from last episode. I gave Trish Scarborough +1 strength. However, the card stated that she actually got her influence improved, so she gets a +1 influence, maxing her to 4 there. Her first, she's gonna be the first player for this turn. So we're gonna start off with the action phase and let Trish do her things. There's Trish at the unknown Kadath. First thing she's gonna do, she's gonna travel back to the mundane plane again, to Rome. So we're gonna go there. And in Rome, well, no, we're traveling on a local path, doesn't require an action. It's kind of the same place. And when she gets back to Earth, in a way, the first thing she's gonna do, she's gonna get herself a clue, because she has a couple of actions saying if she doesn't have a clue, she gains a clue. So Trish is gonna get a clue. Second action will be an acquire asset action, and her influence now to be 4. We roll the dice and see if we can get lucky. And we don't. I would like to have at least 1 success, so I'm gonna spend her clue, which you did get, and try to roll a success. Yes! Oh! We so needed that, because she's gonna get herself a depth condition. And you will quite shortly see why. Oh, it's the depth. Going to Trish. We've been so lucky with those this game. So that will give her 3 successes. And we spend those on a police raid. Service. When you gain this card, immediately choose a space. Each monster on the chosen space loses 3 health, then discard this. Yorick. So we're gonna choose Ulthar, which has got these 2 buggers standing there, the werewolf and the deep one. Each will suffer 3 damage, which will kill him off. Leaving Ulthar open for business. Good job, Trish. That sums up Trish's 2 actions. Next up will be Schizo Tool, and we don't need to move the camera for that because he is right here. And Skids' first. Oh, while I remember, we have to pull up a new card for the reserve. The card will be Hired Muscle, gain +1 strength, cost of 2. Cool. Yeah, so Skids, his first action will be a rest action, and you will gain a sanity. And while he's resting, he spends a clue which allows him to travel to the Enchanted Woods. So I will bring the camera over there. Here we are in the Enchanted Woods, and Skids has one more action left. Oh, I say it's a local path, this. So it travels to Ulthar, and that's a city space, so we could have him try to acquire some assets, because he's got 2 focus. I can't rest anymore. I could have him get a ticket, but no, I wanna rather try to get himself some assets. I take one of the 6s from the last roll and we try. Yeah, well, it's decided to be a 6, so that's 1 success for Mr. O'Toole. Okay, he gets himself a bottle of scotch. Whiskey. You may discard this card to prevent an investigator on your space from losing up to 2 sanity. It could come in handy regarding where he is going. So we can pull up a new card from the reserve. This time it's a Silver Twilight Ritual. When you gain this card, immediately retreat Doom by 1. Whoa. Thanks, we say thanks for that. I will surely try to get that. So, that's all for Skids. Next one up is William Yorick. William Yorick is in Cellophase. First thing, he's gonna rest. So I'm gonna exchange these 2 sanity to 3. So he's starting to get a bit better. Second action, he's gonna move down to Dialed Lean. Yep, that concludes him, and last player out will be Amanda Sharp. Here's Amanda on the moon, and she really needs to rest, and then she gets 1 sanity back, and I will try a local action to see if she can get rid of this depth condition. Local action, test influence. If she passes, we discard it. Her influence is 4 dice, and that's a single success, so she discards depth. that concludes the action phase for our investigators. We will jump right into the encounter phase. First player is Amanda. She is in Rome. So we pull out the orange deck. With a shuffle and a cut. And we do read Rome. You are invigorated by a visit to a magnificent cathedral. Improve will. Don't mind if I do. +1 will. We read on. In the basement you find a mosaic depicting robed men bowing before a great fire. To your horror, it is surrounded by scorch marks that resemble human silhouettes. Will -1 check. Good thing she gained some will. That leaves her with 2 dice to roll. And we roll snake eyes. If you fail, gain a paranoia condition. No, we don't need that. Trish. Trish gets paranoid. There's a terror, there's paranoia. She can get rid of it by doing a rest action, but you have to roll for that. So, okay, goes to Trish. Next player out is Schizo Tool, and he's in the Dreamlands. Skids in Ulthar finds a portal, and he is going to go inside. Yugoth. You discover a waxen mask and artificial hands. Your mind reels as you realize that the old man you had spoken to earlier was actually some terrible creature disguised as a human. Okay, his will is 3. Does he has anything? He has got Moxie, saying he may reroll 1 die when resolving a will test, which this is. But hey, he got himself a success. So we can read on with the pass effect then. You realize now that the old man's words carry a secondary meaning. You attempt to decrypt what he said. Lore. Ooh, his lore ain't great. I'll remove this 1. Try and get some success out of this. His lore is 2. Well, he's got focus. He has 2 focuses, and he's got 2 clues. So let's see. Oh, 1 fell out. It's a 1 either way. So, but he did succeed with that 6. So, if you pass, you understand the man's implied instructions. Close this gate. Yes. That's exactly what we needed Skids to do. Awesome work, Skids Tool. Next up is William Yorick in Dileth Lean. William Yorick in Dileth Lean will do Dreamlands encounter. That's the blue deck now. I've learned that now by now. So need to shuffle. And I got. Let's see if I can read this. A dreamer tells you to avoid the man of Leng. You ask him to guide you through the Dreamlands. Influence -1. And William's influence is 2, so that will be 1 die. Ooh. Well, he's got 1 focus. He uses that focus. And gets a 5. Yes! I love re-rolling and get successes. That's the most great thing in the world, I think. If you pass, he agrees. Gain the Randolph Carter unique asset. Randolph Carter unique asset. Let's dig him out. I'll get the cards out here. Let's see if I can find Randolph Carter unique asset. It could be a while. I'm just gonna skip ahead. There he is, Randolph Carter. I dug him out. Ali character, gain +2 lore and +2 will. That's just brilliant. Once per round during the action phase, you may reveal the top gate in the gate stack. If you do, you may put it on the bottom of the gate stack. Well, cool. This goes to William. Finally got some good luck there, William. Good job. So, last player out will be Amanda Sharp on the moon. Here is Amanda, and she is gonna try to close this red sunburst gate for us. I discovered that I didn't shuffle the gate stack last time. I do that now, but I can assure you I don't cheat. Cheating in games is cheating on yourself. Let's see. She is entering the city of the Great Race. One of the Yithians is incoherent, communicating only in occult gibberish. You learn that the creature swapped minds with a man and then died, leaving the person's thoughts trapped in his body. You try to understand what it is saying. Lore. Lore. Holy. She has lore 2 and she has the arcane scholar giving her +1, so that's 3 dice to throw, and she can re-roll 1 die when resolving a lore test. Thanks to the study. Anything else? Nope. Well, there you go. It's a success. So you can read further on. It begs you to complete its work. You may gain an agreement condition to gain 1 task unique asset. Agreement condition. Well, she's got Dark Pact already, so why not? Let's gain an agreement condition. Let's do that. That's Adept. That's another Dark Pact. Adept. Well, here's an agreement. It's a deal. Test influence -1. If you pass, you may spend 2 clues to discard this card. No reckoning, roll a die, 1 or 2. The time has come for you to pay your dues. Oh. Have to keep it exciting, don't we? Yes. Oh, a bit too much excitement, but why? Oh, she has to gain a task, unique asset then. for gaining this. So we're gonna dig out the unique item deck, shuffle it quickly, try not to throw all the cards on the floor, and give it a cut. A task unique asset, first thing that comes up. What's a task? Walking the ley lines, unique asset. When you close a gate during an otherworld encounter, place that gate on this card, then you may flip this card. Hey, thank you for that. Folios. This bargain might convince the Yithians to return you home. Influence -2. Roll 2 additional dice if you gain the agreement condition. Yeah. Okay. Well, her influence is 4. So that's 2 dice. And she did gain the agreement condition. That's 2 more dice. And that's a success. If you pass, close this gate. Yes. This is brilliant. And she did get walking the ley lines, saying if she closed the gate during an otherworld, oh come on focus, during an otherworld encounter, place that gate on this card. So I can do that. I place the gate on the card and return it. A beam of scintillating white light shoots into the sky. Resolve each effect that applies based on the number of gates on this card. 1+. For each gate on this card, discard 1 monster of your choice on any space. Ooh. Yes. Yes, indeed. We do then say bye-bye to the ravenous Gug. That's just splendid. Whew. This round has been a bit of a wonder in regards of the rests I have played. Putting the Gug back. Well, my plan solidified with this, I can tell you, because my plan this round was getting rid of the gates with the red sunbursts on them, because we may get a reckoning now. And talking about bad times, why don't we just pull out the mythos and see what it holds for us. And in the mythos phase, we just get the mythos deck and we turn it over. Oh yes, look at this, we have an omen track movement and red sunburst. We don't have any red sunburst on the board, so no doom track movement. So the reckonings. Now let's do it in order. First out, monsters. Well, we did get rid of most of the monsters, although we do have the serpent people. And serpent people says, on a reckoning, roll 1 die. On a 1 or a 2, the nearest investigator moves 1 space toward this monster. Well, let's hope we get the 1 or 2. My plan is getting to the Amazons either way. So let me get the dice tower out. Don't know if you can see it, but I can roll a big die. And we roll a 1. Yes. Top notch. Nearest player. Well, actually the nearest player is Schizo Tool if you're counting by the underworld local path. Because he's like 1, 2, 3 away. Amanda, how far is she? 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Ain't she? Or am I wrong? Well, I will move Skids. Tell me if I'm wrong. I can change it back before I do the next episode. But if so, if Amanda is supposed to move, I will just move her. But for now I move Skids, because it seems for me that he is closer because of the local path to the underworld, and he was in Ulthar. So he moves there. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was that for the monsters. Next up, the ancient one. And we have a lot of people outside, don't we? No, we just have Amanda. Each investigator moves 1 space toward the nearest space on the Dreamlands sideboard unless he spends 1 sanity. Okay. Our people in Dreamlands don't have to do that. Trish, I don't want her to move into Dreamlands again, so I have to pay a sanity for her. So that's the ancient one. Next up, Mythos cards. Yes, we do have a rumor. It's the Gatanoatua epic monster on space 2. And saying discard 1 Eldritch token from this card. So for now we have 3 Eldritch tokens on this card. When there are none, each investigator loses all of his health. So we have to keep an eye on this. But I'm not in a hurry yet. So, Mythos cards. Then we do possessions and conditions. So we do have some of those. We can pop down to Amanda and do hers first. Amanda did acquire paranoia now this round. It says test will. Her will is now 3. And she succeeds. So we don't have to flip the card, I guess. If you fail, flip this card, yeah, so we don't have to do that. Next up, she does have a debt condition. Some man has come to collect at her debt. Hitman, you see now that it was no ordinary bank you borrowed from. Some armed men confront you and demand that you repay what you owe. Strength. Ooh, her strength is 3. Anything? No, that's just combat encounters. Well, she passes. If you fail, okay, well. She beat them up, roughed them up quite good, telling them who's the boss lady of Rome. Cool. Next up is Skids O'Toole. He doesn't have any. Then it's William Yorick. And we can roll for his Dark Pact. So let's pop over to William. Here's William. He's got the Dark Pact. Dark Pact says, as we know, roll a die. On a 1, it's time to fulfill. And it's a 4. He doesn't need to fulfill his Dark Pact this turn. Oop. Next up will be Amanda, and she also has some rolling to do. Amanda, let's just jump right into it. She also has a Dark Pact, so we're gonna roll for that. On a 1, it's time to fulfill. She had got a 5, so she doesn't need to fulfill this. Now, she did reach an agreement, and that's also some nasty things. Let's see, roll a die, on a 1 or a 2. 1 or 2, the time has come to pay. So, let's roll a die for that too. Let's see. And it's a 3, so she doesn't need to fulfill that either. Well, that was all the possessions and conditions. Let's just zoom out and read on the Mythos card. And the Mythos card, done the Reckoning. Next one is a Gate. Pull it right out. It's for San Francisco. Yep. And when there's a gate, there has to be a monster. And we pull. No, a Chthonian. It's got a tentacle on it, telling us when this monster spawns, move it to the heart of Africa. Oh, it's a world render, fittingly enough. Okay, get the base for him. And it's quite horrible. It's 4 toughness, 2 sanity damage, -1 will, 3 damage and -2 strength to take him out. Nasty, nasty, nasty earthworms. Yes, so that's concluding the gate. You believed you could harness the power of these mysterious treasures. We were wrong. Now they lie in ashes, consumed by their own strange energies. In the end, they were nothing more than fuel to hasten the coming catastrophe. Shattered magic. Each investigator discards half of his magical possessions. Then advance doom by 1 for each artifact discarded this way. Oh, this could be the end of us. Oh. Let's see. Trish has nothing magical. Skids has got nothing magical. William has only got his alley. And Amanda has got the Flesh Ward. That's a spell. I reckon that's a magical possession. Anything else? Nope. So that means the doom advances anyways. Damn it! I did hope to avoid this. That means we have to resolve a disaster. And the doom is now at 5. So I think we have to do try to get that silver twilight ritual or something to avoid doom going down more. Oh, here's today's disaster. Oh, it's upside down. Earthquake hits San Francisco. You know, this is quite themed. You know, we just pulled out San Francisco as a gate with a Cthulhian on it. Let's see. The ground itself rises and plunges furiously. Bridges twist and contort, heaving those passing over them into the bay. Each investigator on San Francisco or an adjacent space loses 3 health and 3 sanity and becomes delayed. San Francisco is devastated. Now, there's no investigators around, just that katatatata thingy. Well, either way, San Francisco is devastated. Wow. This is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible deck. Wow. Will is going to Sanders people. That concludes the mythos. We still haven't got our hands on the Elder Key yet, but hopefully I will get Trish down to the Amazons real quick. Or, hey, just wait, Skids can take next action traveling to, to Buenos Aires with a local action and into the Amazons. Damn, I didn't see that before now. That's awesome. Well, if I'm correct about the movement thingy, I have to check up that. But I guess my open-eyed crowd will let me know if I can't do that. Well, this concludes episode 9. I feel we are drawing to a close very soon. We do have enough clues. No, we don't, but we can get that. Not enough clues to close things. We just need that Elder Key. So, until then, stay safe, kids. Bye.